Okay, let's try this. Take two. I shut my phone down and restarted it. Let's see if we can get this to go. So, if you're joining us early today, please let me know where you're joining from. I am glad to be back. Let's see. Here we go. Looks like we're get a better connection. Yay. So we can go now. All right. So I have quite a Facebook Live planned for you today. I had questions from, hi, Vicky. I'm so glad to see you finally. I was having connection problems. But I had a question from Isla Ray Miller and another question from one of my cruise people. So I want to do a little bit of product guide today. And I thought maybe we could play while we're doing that. So I pulled out a set that we used last week on the fly, and I think I fell in love with it. So for the to show Wink of Stella, I want to use this set again. It's just awesome. So hey, Laurie, good to see you. Okay, so I'm gonna nix the blah, 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 and we're just going to go right into what I have planned for you today. And then if we have time, I'd love to do a little bit of design work on the fly with you. Saturday, I have a catalog launch here in Drake at Harmony Hall, and the packets are going across the country. I think I might have about 6 or 7 left packets for Saturday, but we are using the sending cheer bundle. I know this is backwards for you. When I flip the camera, it won't be. But maybe we can we can have a little fun with this one. It's already one of my favorite stamp sets. So let's flip the camera and we'll get moving here. Sorry about the technical difficulties. That was pretty crazy. I'm going to put my hand over the camera and get you guys into the clip. Here we go. Ay, ay, ay. Nothing about technology seems easy today. You know what I'm saying? All right. I'm going to move some stuff out of my way. Oh, and look, there's the markers that we have to raffle off today. Last week, there were so many of you. I was so excited. I did a little giveaway. So thanks for everybody who makes an effort to come see me here on Wednesdays. I'm going to grab a Stampin' mat. So last week we learned that when we're using classic markers, which are like these, the ones that I'm raffling, that we need to, if we want to color with them, we can use this thing called Wink of Stella. So I had someone who is going to be cruising with us on the cruise. Oh my gosh, we have a cruise next month. October 8th out of Boston. Cruise is sold out. I'm so excited. But she asked, what is Wink of Stella? And I was like, oh my gosh. Like, can you see me covering my face? Anybody who follows me should know what Wink of Stella is. So I'm going to do a quick answer on that one. And I'm going to start with Stays On. Take a deep breath. I love it. It smells like almonds. And I'm going to ink up that stamp that we used last week to make a quick card, but I want to show you this technique. So last week we blended our reds, right? So we started with the cherry cobbler, and then we went to the real red, and of course I picked up the wrong color, and then we went with poppy. So it was Poppy Parade, Real Red, and Cherry Cobbler, and we blended them together. Well, today we're going to do the same thing, except we're going to use Wink of Stella. So first of all, I'll say if you have a finished project, like the one we made last week, Wink Stella can simply add glitter to areas that you want to make sparkly. So I didn't put any glitter on the gifts from Santa Claus. But to open it, the first thing you do is you unscrew it and you take the little plastic ring out and you discard that in the trash, okay? And then in here is a pin and the paintbrush. And in here is the magic fairy dust Wink Stella, and the thing that we need to break with the pin in order to get it started, okay? I should have a scrap paper on this and I don't. So let me just grab my notebook here. Oh, look, yummy yummies. And we'll use a piece of notebook paper just to protect our stamping mat. When you are priming your Wink Stella, you want to protect your surface, and you don't want to prime your Wink Stella right on your project, right? So you start by, on either side of the Wink Stella, there's a thing that says push. So you pushy, and then the paint comes down into the barrel. And then once you see the paint, you have to stop. If you keep pushing, it will come out and you'll have a puddle, which is great if you want to watercolor with it. But the idea is to prime it without wasting it. So I'm gonna, a few dots came out and I am priming it. I think we're good to go. So I'm not pushing anymore. The minute I saw the paint come down into the barrel, you stop. Otherwise, you could end up with a big blob on your project or on whatever surface you're working on, right? Hey, Debbie. Georgia, Chicago, California. Ooh, Robin's in California. That's different. That's usually Trisha's land. Iowa. I see Drake here. My neighbor. Okay, so gifts from Santa Claus. So this is a glitter that you can use to add to any project. And the best part about this glitter is, I'll tell you a little story. When we redid my stamp room and we took the floor out, in between the floor and the base, you know, the topper of the floor is like this plastic green thing that you put under flooring, right? There was at least 2 pounds of Dazzling Diamonds glitter in between the floorboards. It was the funniest thing ever. This glitter doesn't come off on your hands. Well, it just did a little bit because it's still wet, but it doesn't flake off. So, you know, those cards that we send to the troops, you could actually use it in that and not worry about it like flaking off and getting on their clothes. In addition, you can use it to watercolor, which is what I had in mind today. So I'm going to bring in just a piece of plastic here, and I have this plastic bag hanging out on the table. And I'm going to add a little bit of cherry cobbler and a little bit of real red to an ink pad. So first of all, you can put sparkle anywhere you want without having to glue and tar the surface. How's that? I'm going to glue and tar. Instead of gluing and tarring things, you can Wink Stella them. And I'm going to make like a little puddle here. So I am going to do too much on purpose because I'm going to paint with it. And then you can mix any color with this. And in between the any color, you can, so this is Santa's new pants color. I have a lot of wink in there, so it's like really sparkly. But you can change the color and watercolor with any color. Let me see. I don't want to open this one because this belongs to somebody already. I did the drawing just before I got on, and we do have a winner. I'll announce that here in a minute. It was random. I used a computer generated thing. So now I've brushed off my brush because I want to pick up some of the blue. So I don't need to squeeze it out again. It just will come off like I'm watercoloring, and then I'm free to change color. So I can take this and free paint with Wink of Stella. This is one of my favorite techniques. And if you came to retreat, or in this case, Margaret is coming on the cruise, you could literally bring water-based markers and Wink of Stella and have watercoloring the whole week and not need anything else for your crafting. I mean, if I had to pick one thing to take with me, like just a limited number of supplies, and I've done this. My team member, Michelle, had a retreat in North Carolina, and I flew to be with her for the weekend, and I brought my markers and my Wink of Stella, and I sat in a corner and I watercolored off of a paper plate all weekend. It was wonderful. It's my favorite thing to do, actually, is to color. Do you guys like coloring books? Do you like to if you're like one of those people that like those coloring books, this might be something that you like. So you can pick up, so that one, you see that it's not really dark because I put a lot of Wink, but you can put as much or as little Wink on the brush and watercolor with it freely, and then just go ahead and change colors here, unless you want to mix them together and then make purple. Ha, look at that. It's like painting, right? We can make our own color. Stampin' Up! Doesn't make this color. Actually, that looks like rich raspberry right there. Let's see if we can make raspberry dots. I just wanted to show this product and what it's capable of so that my friend Margaret could see. Look at how pretty that is. All right, so you guys get the hint on that. You get the gist of what Wink of Stella is and what it does. I felt instantly like a little failure because Wink of Stella is my go-to product. I was like, oh, just bring your basic toolkit. Adhesive, scissors, paper trimmer, Wink of Stella, and take your pick. Now, my friend Isla Ray asked me, why did I buy this? What is this thing? Oh, can I zoom in, please? I'm sorry. Well, let me see. It's not letting me zoom in. I'm sorry, Laurie. I tried. Oh, and now I'm all shaky. Don't get dizzy. All right. Anyway, Wink of Stella. Take your pick. So this is a tool that comes like this, and sometimes it comes with this piece not attached. This is a putty tool, and it's made for picking up basically anything gems. So I'm gonna grab my butter box here. This I call it the butter box because I have all of my leftover embellishments in it, so I can just grab whatever I happen to have open. This is one of my favorite things. We're using these at the event this Saturday, and you just get so many of them. You could bedazzle your cards, right? On this one is my favorite out of the new holiday catalog, and I can find the link for you, but it comes in blue, green, and white, and it's so flat. So if you're a scrapbooker, these would be awesome for a scrapbook because there's almost no, easy to mail, you know, it'll go nice and flat. So, but here, let's bring that piece back in that I just watercolored, and I can make it close so you can see. I'm going to give myself a second so I can see it back on the, you see how shiny all that is? So it takes like a flat color and makes it super sparkly, and you can decide how much Wink of Stella you want to put in mixed with your ink. It could be more ink, less Wink, you know. Anyway, this little putty tool, pop, is like this, and all I do is when I want to take a little bit more, I turn the tube and it starts to come out, and then I release it so it's not coming out again and again, because there is such a thing as too much. I flatten it down, and now this is just putty, so that it's not adhesive. Underneath any of your embellishments, they come with little mini glue dots under there. And if you pick them up with your fingers, like for example, these little dots must have fallen off and there's glue dots here. if I were to pick those up with my finger and try and stick them on my project, they wouldn't be as sticky because your fingers have natural oils on them. So you want to not touch the glue, right? So what this lets you do is literally slide off the transfer sheet, touch it to your project, and then place it anywhere you want. So I can bedazzle any of my projects with this, and you can go all day and it's fast. So if I wanted to take and color in those presents where the dots are to make, this is fun. Go ahead, make me stop. That's so funny. I'm not having fun or anything. You could go all day, and it's quick and easy to transfer your embellishment from the transfer sheet without your fingers, keeping it nice. And then eventually some of this comes off and then you need more, but make sure you back it off so it doesn't do the toothpaste thing and keeps coming at you, right? So then this side is great for here. Oops, I stuck it down by accident. Let me get it in there and remove that layer. That's a sneak peek from the cruise. Isn't that cute? Shaker, shaker, shaker. This one people also use to pick things up with. I don't. It's supposed to be a paper piercer. So we used to have the paper piecing templates. You know, they have a hole every so often. We'll use this as our hole, but you literally use it to do this. But some people like to use it to pick up embellishments as well. I still have trouble sometimes getting it to behave when I do that, so I don't. In addition to that, the Take Your Pick, they sell an attachment for it that replaces this head, and I actually have a second Take Your Pick tool so that I can use this. Now, when I'm die cutting and I have fussy pieces coming out at me, I use this to get my dies out of the die. So this is a die brush adapter. So that is the Take Your Pick, because I was asked, what do these do? Why did I buy this? So that's your short and long description. What do you guys think? Okay. Yes, I love it. Hey there. Hi. Hi, Mary Jo. Hello. Hi, everybody. Thanks for being here. Okay. So you guys want to do some stamping? Or, you know, I'd love to make a 3D. I was trying to decide earlier whether I want to whether I want to make something like a little box, to make a box for these. These are my two favorite, like, sweet treats. I don't always eat sweets, but when I do, I love me a Happy Hippo. The other favorite that I have, these are imported from Italy, and I love including these in little treats going out to people. So I want to make a treat holder today. Do you guys want to use make one for the crunch wafer or the Happy Hippos? You tell me, and I'll give you guys a second to vote. And in the meantime, I'm gonna grab some white or maybe some ink pads or something, because we definitely are going to need some ink and stamps and all of that. Let's see what you guys came up with. What would you like? Happy Hippo. I've never had a Happy Hippo. Robin, oh my gosh. Can I tell you, first of all, they are filled with hazelnut cream, and they're super, super light, and they come in different flavors. There's cocoa, but the hazelnut is definitely my favorite. And when you open it, it's a flaky little biscuit that just kind of disintegrates in your mouth. And one of them is under my sugar. So I have to stay under 12 grams of sugar if I am going to have something sweet. And so it is one of my sweet treat delights. And this little guy, when you open him, on the inside, it's made by Kinder, so you probably have seen Kinder out on the market. But when you open it, they even paint a little tail on him. He is so cute. Yeah, it is. It's really good. Okay. Well, you guys said that you want to make a treat for our little happy hippo, so let's do that. And do you want to make a box or a treat pouch? So now that you guys have chosen the hippo, let me know if we're going to make a pouch or a box. And in the meantime, while we're doing that, I will announce last week's winner. So when I got off my live last week, there were 82 people watching live, and I was so inspired. And my video went crazy, like people were sharing it and all of that. And so I just got super emotional, excited, and decided to do a giveaway. So today I did a quick drawing using a computer generation, and it chose Leslie Tylis as the winner of the Regals Collection markers. So Leslie, if you're watching, just send me a private message with your address and I will get these in the mail to you from last week. Okay, so you guys are saying so far, box, 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 baby. All right, funny story. I got new designer paper, and what do you know? I thought I didn't like it, so I started using it for swaps, and out of 3 packs, this is what I have left. So I had to buy a new pack of paper this week. Maybe we could use, well, so I'll give you guys a choice again. Do you want to use the red kind of stuff, or would you like to use this one? So you can say red or blue. This one is the one with, we're also using this paper soon. It's so pretty. This is the one that's the for charity. So red or blue is what you can vote. And we'll, now that you guys are voting on pouches and boxes, you can vote red or blue. Great, I killed a spider. Now I have spider poop on my foot. Red. Okay, Robin called it. And let's just see, we have box, box, pouch. So it looks like we're going with, ready? A hippo box in red. Done. Let's open the pack. All right. Awesomeness. You guys are so fun. Thanks for participating and helping me with these designs. I miss them on the fly, don't you? I was sad when I couldn't be here, but I really did need the time to recover. So I appreciate you and being able to be back. Oh, another use for this, I'm using it to open the side of my paper. I'm just kind of stick it in between the paper and pull. And that way I'm not going to damage my cardstock. All right. Now, where's my handy dandy ruler? Of course, I don't have one. Well, I'm going to grab the big one. I usually have my 6-inch ruler in my box, but I was writing directions and, you know, it moved. for. Doesn't everybody need a big ruler? For a little tiny thing? Ugh. I love the 6-inch ruler in my box. Like, it's something that I really like to make sure that I have. But here we go. So if we're going to make a box out of it, I guess I'll leave that there in case we stamp. These are about 3.5 inches tall. And they're about 3 inches together. So 3 by 3.5. And then height, I know you can't see it that good, but they're about 1 inch tall. Okay. So we want a 3.5 by 3 inch box. Let's do some math here. So, and of course I had to flip it over but there's holes in my paper. I'm so silly. So the box is 3 by 3.5. How tall do we want the box? Maybe the bottom should be 2 inches tall. So that means 2 inches on either side, right? So 3 plus 4 is 7. And 3.5 plus 4 is 7.5. So I'm going to pull in my paper cutter. I know, it just sort of happened, didn't it? Live here. Okay, so 7. And so I want my top to be a little bit smaller on the inside because my box needs to be 3 by 3.5 to hold these buggers. So I'm gonna make this 7 by 7.5, but here's my 7.5, and I'm gonna make this a tiny bit bigger on the bottom so that I don't have to deal with any math on the top. So I just went up by 1 line, so 1/16, you can call it a smidge. That was 7.5 plus a smidge. And look, there's a little bit of ding on this paper. So I'm going to flip it over so I get the good side. Here's my 7, and I'm going to go to like 7 1/16. It's just like 1 line on the paper cutter, right? Okay. So let's bring this back in. Our template is set up that we should be able to now score it, because we wanted a 2-inch box, at 2 on 4 sides. So normally if I were making a bunch of boxes, I would pull out my scoreboard, but we're just making one, so I can do it in this. And if you're looking for a worksheet on how to do this, I have them in Creating with Selene, and all you have to do is print them out. We have ones that are both for a square box and for a rectangle like this one. Okay, so here's the bottom of our box. And remember, we made it a little bit bigger so the inside will be big. Oh, I did that wrong, didn't I? Shoot, I did it wrong. I think the top, we want the top bigger than the bottom. So we'll just make it bigger again. Oh my gosh. We'll move over 2 smidges on the top. You know what I'm saying, right? I was supposed to make the top bigger and I got excited. Brr. Okay, my scissors, here we go. Scissors disappearedness. I lost something on the table. I think that means I'm supposed to take a sip of something to drink, isn't that right? I'm gonna cut these down. And because this is not a square box, it may come up a little funny. But that's okay. So this one we added a 16th. The top we have to add an 1/8 because it's been a while. It's been a minute since I've made a box, right? Okay, so that's this. So easy enough. I'm going to put adhesive here and here, and I'm using the Seal Plus because I know that it has a really good stick to it. And I'll stick these inside pieces together first. Hopefully I'm doing this right. If not, I'll just make another one. But our box will be a good size for our Kinder Bueno. And you know what? Because I made it so tall, you could actually put 4 in there, right? So, happy hippos. Little do they know that this should be a Halloween box. Little do they know they're going to their death because we're going to eat them. That's when my daughter would pipe in and say, Mom, I didn't know we were allowed to eat the candy. Not for the crafts, dear, not for the crafts. All right. So anything that doesn't line up perfectly, go ahead and just trim it off. All right. So we added a 16th. So for the top, I'm going to want to add actually a whole 1/8 because I want the top of the box to be a little bit bigger than the bottom so that it will fit over the top and not inside, right? So the top is going to be the same size, 3 by 3.5. But I don't want the decorative edge to be so big. So I think I'm going to just do a 1-inch edge. And because we added a 16th on the bottom, I'm going to add an 1/8 here, okay? So this is 5 by 5.5. And I'm going to add an 1/8. I'm a big dork. Hopefully you understand what I mean by that I should have not done that. But here we go, 5.5. I think I have a scrap that's already this size. So let's continue to use up the end of that. Oh, it's so pretty. That paper that I didn't think I needed. Okay, so I do have enough there. I'm going to go long side first. So 5, because then I'll have this big scrap left over that I didn't cut, by 5.5. Oh, and I was supposed to add an 1/8, right? Let's go again, 5 plus 1, 2 lines. Geesh. 5.5. And then I want to add an 1/8 again. So 1, 2 lines. Oof. Good thing we had big scraps, huh? Okay. So now instead of scoring it 2 all the way around, I'm going to score it 1 all the way around. Here we go. Oh yeah, I am so gonna grab the pecan pie and make a gingerbread man for the top of this. This is gonna be so cute. Especially, like, I love that the color is all in there, you know what I mean? Okay, so here we go. I'll save that other piece of paper and make a card with it. Maybe we'll have to make something that matches out of that scrap that I cut wrong. Okay. I want to be able to see it, and I'm seeing it better on the bottom. So I'm going to flip it over and cut it. Geez, my glasses just fell on the floor at me. Maybe I should put them on. Hey, look, I can see. That just happened. I turned 50 on July 6th, and now I am wearing number 1 readers. You guys wear readers? If you do, tell me what number you are. I'm just the number 1 so far, but I will say it's nice to be able to see things clearly. New and exciting things happening. Needing readers. All right, here we go. You can see I've I have gold paint all over my hands. I was painting last night and this morning, one of the pillow gifts for the upcoming event we have. Oh, and I had so much fun tying bows on those pens for the quarterly. I hope that you got your kits already. Okay, so here's the box. Let's say a little prayer. Oh, 2.75. Oh, look at that money. So no matter what size the bottom of the box is, the inside of the top needs to be a wee bit bigger in here. So if you get fancy and you've got the scoreboard, you still have to turn all 4 times and score at 1 so that the inside ends up being a scooch bigger than the bottom. I hope that makes perfect sense. And I have a box math worksheet where you could make a box for anything you want. Look, he holds 4. More hippos, more better. All right, let's grab. It's so adorable. I can't even. I think I want some ribbon to go with. What do you guys think? Let me grab my box. All right. So I've got A, B, or C. B is that new online only exclusive ribbon. This is C. It's a pretty gold. And then A is a combo pack. So A, B, or C. And Jill's asking a question. If we want shorter sides or bottom, can we score at 1? Yes. So you decide how tall you want your box to be, and that's what that measurement is for on the outside. So I said, okay, I want my box to be 2 inches, but if I only wanted to put 1 set of hippos in there, I could have made my box smaller this way by adding 1 inch instead of 2 inches and then scoring at 1 inch. Does that make sense, Jill? That's a great question, though. Oh, you guys like the polka dots. Cool. Okay, I spent a lot of time with the polka dots this weekend. I haven't really put it on any projects yet, so that's exciting to me. Thanks for asking. So let's start with that. And then we'll make a tag for it or something. Or something like that. Shared a couple. All right, so here we go. So I was talking about this on my business page earlier this week. This ribbon's kind of funky in that the back, I'm not excited about it. So when I go to tie this, normally I would tie loop, swoop, and pull, but this time I'm gonna make bunny ears. And the reason that I'm using bunny ears for this ribbon is so that when I come under, I'm not showing this as the outside for any of it. So by making bunny ears, I can control which way my ears go. So all you do is you make a loop, and then you make another loop, and then you tie the 2 loops together. So that will keep my polka dots on the outside as opposed to the inside, which has that like heavy gold thing going on. And then I'm going to hold the knot and pull and make it smaller. And I can even rotate that ribbon so that, like before I tighten it up, so that my polka dots stay on the outside. So cute. Oh my God. Okay, here we go. So I like when I'm tying a bow like this, I like it when my ribbon comes off so that the inside is longer than the outside. So when I trim this down, And I tied it right off the rolls. So this is my waist. I could have probably had less, but I still keep all the stuff that was attached to that side. So I always try to tie my bows while they're still attached to the roll. Okay. And where's that stack of white I had? Here we go. So I have another bit of white here. Here's my mat. I can get rid of this for now. Wow. It is a hot mess in here real quick. Let's see. Okay, so you guys tell me, I really want the gingerbread man, but this is on the fly. So you tell me whether we're going to make a stocking or a gingerbread man, and I'll get a block. I'm just waiting for those comments. A stocking or a gingerbread man? You know, I could eat a happy hippo while I'm waiting because 4 went in the box and now I have 1 left. I do like him. He's so cute, Mr. Gingerbread Man. I got you. All right. I'm going to throw stuff away and I have my scoreboard on top of my barrel. So now I have a bunch of trash on top of my scoreboard. Just saying. Okay, here we go. I love him. Can't even, yeah. Oh, shoot. My ink pad. My ink pad is packed for the quarterly Saturday. Where did I put it? Hey, that's all kinds of special. Makes me want to grab a marker. I definitely need pecan pie for that. That's the only problem with on the fly, because if I have an event coming up, it makes it difficult to have the right color out. Let's see. Soft suede, that won't do. Well, so this is a great time for me to give you a tip about coloring on the back of your stamp with markers. Now, not normally, especially for a bold stamp like this is like a huge challenge to stamp with pecan pie using a marker instead of your ink pad, but I'm going to try it, and I'm going to show you a technique that I learned from my friend Joanne Cardone. So Joanne has been on my team for a long, long time. She's an avid stamper. She makes some really awesome fun fold cards, but Joanne would say you ink up the entire image, and I don't know if this is going to work because literally it's hard to use markers on the back of photopolymer. They're just not meant to do that. But you ink the whole thing up, and then you go back and you pretend you didn't ink it up, and then you ink it up again. And then you give it a good huff and say a prayer, and we'll see what happens. And if it's horrible, well, I'll figure it out and do something else. But that's why this is on the fly, right? It did beat up, right? Ooh, I don't like it already. Darn it. Boy, that looks horrible. All right, I'm a glutton for punishment. I just want to try again. Yeah, no, it's beaten up. It's not going to work. Okay. Good stuff. So don't do that. Well, I will say that sometimes it does work, but that is just such a bold stamp. It's not meant to do that. Ugh. All right, I'm going to find something else to stamp him in. So my crumb cake is now looking pretty green. The sticker oxidized out, but it works okay. So I'm just going to take this and clean it in a fancy way that the that you do when you're live, because hello. But it's okay. I really wanted to stamp in pecan though. But the pecan is packed for Saturday. Ooh. So see what's going on here? It's still beating up. So let's do this. This is good. I mean, it does happen. So if your stamp is doing that and you haven't stamped with it yet, you can come back and clean it with the mist and scrub. The mist has a conditioner in it, and it should help make my stamp a little. So I washed and dried it in with mist and scrub, and watch this. Check out the difference. Isn't that something? And wow, that's crumb cake. Whew, came out dark. So he's got some little hearts. We could color them in by hand, or if you want, we can stamp them. What do you guys want to do? You tell me, and I'll just get the stamp ready in case. And Sending Cheer. What's the name of the set? And a little baby. The little baby. Real red ink pads are hard to find around here too. I don't know what happened. I know I had 2 of them, but these are the old body one. I just grabbed it because the one that I have is packed. I'm gonna order 1 more before Saturday, so we have enough ink pads in house for everything. Oh my gosh. Is that not the cutest ever? All right, how about a little face on him? Do we want to stamp his face in red or in black? You tell me. Nobody said anything. Dun, dun, dun. I'm just going to stay here and sniff my stays on them. I'm just kidding. It's all right. Let's see. Oh, okay. Here we go. I'm going to go black. So here's his face. Now, did you know when I went to art school, oh, that doesn't look that great, huh? Never start a sentence when you're going to say that looks horrible, that, hey, I went to art school. I'm stamping that over. So there's one. Sometimes it's worth just stamping over, right? Normally, if you're going to draw a person and you want to draw in eyes, oh, see, I like that better anyway. You would start with their eyes in the middle of the head instead of all the way at the top. When I did it this time, I went a little too low. But it's like, because normally if you're looking at a person, they have a forehead and there's hair there. So their eyes would come in like right about there. And I don't know what I did. My hand just slipped or whatever. Here, I'm going to go up a little higher, but not so high, because it makes them look a little more human. Okay. And then I want to see. So there's these dies. I don't have my my die cutter set up that I could bring it to the table, but I can definitely cut that out. And that's going to make this a tag. In the class that we're doing Saturday, they have to cut the top of the tag off. And then how about if we do some of this and then decide that doesn't fit. That's funny. I wonder if the cloud, no, I don't know if it'll be, it's a meh. What about a banner? It's the top of the stocking. I don't know, maybe I'll just trim that one or hit it with a circle punch. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this and run it through the die cutting machine, cut and emboss. And I'm gonna stick a Post-it note over it so it doesn't move. Because that's the thing. It's on my die cutter. Sorry, you'll have to use your imagination here. But I do have a Post-it note. So I ran it through. Here's my sandwich, and so you know that you have your die cutting edge, and then this is the edge that you use with the dies, and then just my 2 cutting pads. Look at how bad my cutting pad is. This has seen some love. But I used a Post-it note when I ran it through just to hold it in place so that it would cut out, and it's not too bad. So we have, look, isn't he cute? And then maybe we could do some of that, you think? Yes, but maybe a little closer. My high-tech devices, huh? I just ripped it. Good enough. If it gets me in there. All right, and if I'm going to do that, I'm going to actually hurt my other guy. And I don't know, he's not terrible. I don't want to just get rid of him. So there's that. And I'm standing. Okay, so, I'm throwing stuff in the trash too from the other side by accident. I have some leftover pieces, and I was going to grab red cardstock to put underneath, but instead I'm going to use the back side of this designer paper because that landed in the trash too. Like whatever I put on the table beside me is just going to land in the trash. Oh my God, I love this set. Jill's saying, you talked me into this. It's so pretty. Okay, here we go. So I definitely want to attach that to here. Now, how do we put all of this on our box? I haven't gotten that far. I haven't worked that part out yet. Here, that's in my way. This we could just tack under here maybe, but it's really cute that it's... Do we want to use... Oh, seriously? I like it just with the sending chair. But I love the gingerbread man too. All right, so I think I need some twine if I'm going to make that work. You can see the wheels turning, huh? Okay. So, do you guys want to stop there, or do you want to make a card? We could make a matching card, maybe. So, I saw Shelley Gardner do this one time. Ready? So, I took the 2 pieces, the 2 ends, and I stuck them through the hole. And now I'm going to take this and slip it through just to... Okay. So, we will be making a card as well. And again, this is all on the fly. I had no plan other than that's a cute stamp set. Or what do I do with that? Let's stick it through the... I definitely want to trim it. But I kind of like that you could pull this off and put it on something else. So I'm reluctant to do much more to it. Maybe I'll just make a knot. Oh, I got all the time in the world for you, Jill. It is Tuesday. It is 3 o'clock. I am here, girl. I'm so happy to be here, too. Okay. So it's knotted off so it doesn't go anywhere, and maybe we'll cut those strands at different heights so that it looks like, I don't know, makes it more festive, doesn't it? And then do we want to stick this on or do we want to save it for the card? You guys tell me. Tell me about his eyes. I think if he had silver or gold or red eyes, he'd look weird. Let me think. What if we took blends and gave him some blue eyes? Oh, maybe he's not blue-eyed. He's green-eyed, huh? All right. So I grabbed green blends. I think the green would be better than the blue. What do you think? Kind of, well, it matches the box better too. So I'm taking these silver dots and making them. And then here's my take your pick. So I don't have to touch the adhesive, right? Whoop. Oh, it wasn't dry. Ah. Now my, all right, so here. I'm going to color them and leave them for a second. Let them absorb the green and dry. And leave his eyes. So don't give him green eyes? Do you think he should have eyes or not? Okay, so you want you want the sentiment on the box. So we can do that. I love this. It's like group stamping. It's therapy for me, but it's group stamping. Let's see. Oh, he's so cute. Yes. Leave his eyes. Anybody? So no green. Can I try it at least? Let me try it. And if you don't like it, I'll take it off. I'll try it on one eye. That one's not sticky all of a sudden. And it's rolling at me. So, you think you'll like the eyes or no eyes? I know he looks weird right now. He looks but do you think we should make his eyes green or leave them plain? Just let me know when you get a second. And while you're doing that, I'm going to move on to the card. Still nothing. Char said leave his eyes alone. He's got black eyes. Ugh. My gingerbread was in a fight. That's so funny. It's good to know that I'm sitting in a room and I can entertain myself. Plain, okay. Plain it is. All right, so let me take the seasoning off. So again, I put it on and I didn't like it, so here I am using that take your pick to pick it up and get rid of it. But I can put it back on my transfer sheet and use it for something else potentially if I wanted to. But right now I'm going to throw it out because I don't know what I did with the transfer sheet. Okay, that's a thing. Okay, let's make a mess some more. I'm going to clean just a little bit. If you want the measurements of our box again, there they are. Take a quick screenshot. I can come in a little closer for you. That was the bottom. That was the top, what we did today. Okay. What about the black sparkle gems we have? But I don't want them to have black eyes. It's like somebody punched them. Oh my God. Oh, that's so funny. Yes, that's what Selene says live. Oh my gosh. You can't make that up. Is that wide enough? No, of course not. All right, let me get another piece of red. I think the red pack of paper fell in the trash. Yes, it did. Oh, so did a punch. There's all kinds of stuff floating in the trash now. Let's see. All right. So we got our box, and I'm going to make something to match. How about if we, I mean, this is on the fly after all. Ta-da. We can, how about if we 5 1/8? By 3 7/8 maybe? I don't know. I have no idea in my head what I want this card to look like yet. Isn't that funny? Oh, you know what? Actually, I do. I wonder if I have any card bases. So this one is scored this way. I want to see if I have any card bases in my arsenal here. Yeah, this one. Okay. So I see Cheryl Davis here, and my brain just fired because I saw her post a sketch. Our team does a team meeting this Sunday, and she posted the mystery sketch, and she is our mystery sketch challenge coordinator. And she posted something that you cut 1-inch piece either side and discard it. I'm going to do something similar. I'm not going to discard it. I'm going to cut the 1-inch piece. So here we are at 1 inch. And I'm going to cut to where it's scored. I'm going to just get rid of that score blade. So I'm going to, ooh, wow. I'm going to cut to where it's scored on both sides. So I'm cutting up at the 1-inch marker, and then I'm going to flip it over and do the same thing on the other side. So I get a 1-inch gully, or a 1-inch section up to the score line, okay? So instead of cutting this off, I'm just going to get it out of my way and stick it down. I don't know if this is going to work or not, by the way. How's that for a different layout? So thanks for the inspiration, Cheryl. We saw a card similar to this on a swap, and then she made it the mystery card challenge. So I might as well get my mystery card done now, because when am I going to have time this week, right? Wow. I stuck it and it's crooked. I could grab the undo if I knew where it was, but I'm going to see if I can get it to come up just with my take your pick spatula here. I stuck it like that's the only thing with Steel Plus. It is super sticky, so I am committed now here. Trying to get that thing up. Maybe a little hot air. Okay. Here we go. Boom. And there is a little bit of fuzzy left where I missed, so I'm just going to see if I can cut that off. Okay. I mangled that a little bit, but it's okay. So now I have a 5.5 inch by 1. I'm sorry, I'll have to call them back. I hope that I'm still live. Oh my gosh, somebody called me. I did turn on my do not disturb, so I don't know why my phone is vibrating, but. So I am going to cut a piece at 5 1/4. And then I'm going to cut it at 1 1/2. And then I'm going to make 2 3/4 inch pieces. I love this paper cutter because on both sides I can see that there's a 1 and it's in the middle, but like there's a line every 1/4 inch. So this is at 3/4, and I'm going to end up with 2 pieces that are 5 1/4 by 3/4. Okay. So that's going to be my gully here. Away we go. This is going to be cute, look. So we got this is going to sit up here. Yeah, so every month in our team we have a swap, and then we have a mystery card challenge for the team meeting so we can all see each other's creations. That's kind of fun. So although I didn't cut mine off, I just stuck it down. It doesn't do anything but that. Okay, now what to do with it? All right, I'm lost. Anybody else want to make some suggestions? Maybe, I guess I need to know what size this layer is. So if it was 4 1/4, 3 1/4, I guess now it's 2 1/4, right? So maybe, I'll cut this down. 5 1/4, maybe? Nope. Oh, it's 5 1/8, remember? All right, so I'll go 5 1/8 by 2, or I'll go, I'm gonna go 1/8 of an inch smaller than 2, because then the border will be the same, I think, all the way around, if I'm right. Kinda. Okay. Our gingerbread man's gonna have a red carpet, you think? Or should I go with designer paper in the middle? That red is really red. I think I want 5 1/4 by 2. I'm gonna go a little bit bigger and then maybe put another layer in there. So I'm not quite ready to commit to that yet. 5 1/4 by 2. This is the design process, right? So now that layer is equal to my layers on the sides, which makes my brain happier. It being a different size didn't work for my noggin. Okay, so maybe we'll go that was totally the wrong way. That's okay. 5, I'm back. Brain is back. So that would be 1 3/4. So I did the red layer. I'm using my words now. The red layer was 5 1/4 by 2. This one is down 1/4 inch. So this one is a 5. Yeah, I don't know if I like the red though. Huh. Okay. What if we go something to match? So this is 5 1/4 to match the same size as the red by 1 inch. And we'll layer it like this. And then maybe put our gingerbread man on there. Okay. Done. Oh, hey Tanya. Oh, we did good. We talked about Stella and had ways to use it, and then we talked about take your pick, because those were the questions I had this week. If you guys have crafting questions for me, let me know, because next Tuesday that can be the topic that I tackle. I'm all about kind of getting connected with you guys again and answering any questions you might have about your paper crafting stuff. We used the red polka dot ribbon. Oh my gosh. That's kind of cute. Okay. So I'm going to need another gingerbread. And the one that I did, maybe we'll do another sending cheer while we've got it out. So we've got crumb cake. And then real red for the buttons. Because we're just gonna matchy the box we made. So I have a little bit of a confession, guys. I am in a group where we make projects and we share PDFs, and mine is due tomorrow. And I'm gonna use this because it's so darn cute. So this will be coming out in a newsletter with all of the directions and the dimensions, so that you can make these projects. Here we go. And then we did sending cheer in real red. I kind of like the idea of copying the box pattern. So I'll put this near there so that we can punch it out. And we'll bring the big shot, sheesh. We'll have its Die Hard, the cut and emboss platform in. And I really do need to replace that pad. It's starting to bow crazy. So this is the one you use for dies. Here's my cutting platform. Here's my gingerbread guy. I'm going to use a Post-it note so he doesn't move. And I'm going to put the top on. Now when your pads do bow like this, I like to pretend that I have a PB and fluff sandwich and that I want all the peanut butter on this side and all the fluff there, and it's going to hold it in. So I make a sandwich that if my pads are not staying flat, I don't want to show you sideways because then my guy's going to fly, but they'll end up looking like this when you go through. Oh, I'm so excited. Oh, they were pastels on the clearance rack refresh today. Oh, that's awesome. I never even got a chance to see that sale because I have been nose down this today. I did a video for my friend today. I did a training on using Zoom, and I did that at 1 o'clock, and I've just been busy all day. If you've never used Zoom, I can't tell you enough how awesome it is and how much I love our crafting community. We get together every Monday night, solve world problems, we craft, we take care of each other. If you would like an invite to our crafting night, you just need to be a part of our Facebook private group, Creating with Selene, and the link goes up every single week. And if I'm not there, somebody else does it. So it's a really great group. Okay. So that's my sending cheer, and I'm going to go back in and get a scalloped oval out of that paper again because we did it before. Let's do it again. Then it'll really match, huh? I still haven't figured out how I want to attach him to our card. But we've got this little red carpet thing going on for him. Let's throw some... Oh, you got succulent paper. I love that color. In fact, that's the color I pulled for the green eyes, soft succulent. I know it's retired, but it's what I grabbed on the fly. I should probably pull the retired colors out of my blends collection over so I don't accidentally use it on a swap or something. Okay, here we go. I hope you guys are loving the new holiday catalog as much as I am. There are so many things, it's hard to choose what my favorite is. So, question. Do we want the ribbon to go this way, or do we want it to go this way and have him hang this way? And then when you open, this can go like anywhere. So that way, or do you want to go this way and try and figure out like fireman pole? Top to bottom or left to right? You tell me. And we'll come back to that in a second. I still want to do something with his eyes. I feel bad. He's like, can we wink them? He's got a sparkle about him. Oh yeah, there you go. Ta-da! Boom, boom. You got to put this stuff on everything, right? I am so going to go back and do his eyes on the box. I can't help it. I apologize in advance for those of you that are crushed that I changed his black eyes, but my gingerbread was not in a fight. He's going to remain intact. Left to right, I got you. Okay, so let's just tie it on. And because we're going to tie it on, I am going to just stick this down before I tie. If we were going to go top to bottom, there'd be no place for me to tie around the inside. So this way it's actually easier. So thanks for that. So again, I'm going to go bunny ears because I don't want that inside to be showing on my bow. And so bunny ears just means you make 2 big loops and you tie them together. For those of you that are bow challenged, this is probably the easiest way to tie a bow. But I do like the perk that it can be, you know, you can decide which side is out. Here we go. So cute. And again, here's my waist. I tied it right off the roll so that I wouldn't waste anything on this side. Okay. What do I do with that? I see some here. Nope. That was my cutoff piece here. So I'm going to put both these pieces together. I'm going to do the same move again. So we're going to treat this card the same way so that it'll match our box. So cool. And then we'll slip that under. Oh, did I do that right? I did it last time. Oh, you know what? I did it before, so hang on, sorry. I got a little excited. Well, it is another way you could do it. So this one I slipped around, so I didn't treat it exactly the same, but this one I can tie on and make another bow, so hang on. You can do whatever makes you happy. You can just tie it, since it's already done, rather than fight with it. I could make another bow, or I could knot it off. I'll knot it. I don't want it to take away from the gingerbread. He's too cute. So both strings up. We'll cut them at different lengths, so it looks like it's just hanging out there. And then I think sending cheer could go actually down here. And I'm going to attach that flat so that when this gets pulled up, it takes the whole panel with it. Isn't that fun? And I can move this ribbon up or down depending on where I want my gingerbread to sit. And I'm going to let him fly there. I don't think I'm going to put a dimensional on him. I like him flying. Oh, bunny ears are a challenge. Yeah, they are. But I do like the bunny ears for this kind of ribbon because, again, like the back side is just this other thing, and I prefer the polka dots on this. So this gives me the opportunity to make sure that my loops are both polka dots. But anyway, yeah, a whole card set just like that. Thanks, guys. I will be typing these up. Maybe we should put a few little dots on them. I like these. These are my favorite in the catalog, and they are what people are getting for this weekend's quarterly. They're getting a full bolt. of ribbon, I think. Oh yeah, the silver and gold. Sorry, I forgot already. And then I wrote those directions 2 weeks ago. And then these dots, which aren't, there we go. And you just use the putty to, I like these in like threes. Here we go. And we'll just put a couple dots. So I like the gold dots on this one because it looks like the gold dots on the ribbon. I got too much putty on my thing. I'm going to do it again. So again, you go forward and then back it off right away and then push it down. That's a much better amount for me because then they're not flipping around. So there is such a thing as having too much putty on your putty thing. Oh, now I need to do the same thing over here. There we go. So what do you guys think? I am so grateful for you guys. This is a great layout. Thank you, Cheryl Davis, for making this our mystery card sketch. And now I'm all set for the reading for that on Sunday. And yeah, thank you. I'll see you guys next Tuesday. If there's something that you want to learn about, a crafting tool or, you know, some technique or whatever, let me know and I will do my best to get that on the schedule. Thanks, guys. Have a great day.